Okay, so I've got this this oval that we just cut. You can see it's a very raw edge, and it's not actually that great a cut of an oval because it was done by hand, kind of eyeball. So you have to, first off, you have to arrange these so that it'll fit the size and shape of what it is you're doing. So I'm going to get that roughly centered. I'm going to turn on my vacuum, and then I'm going to suck on by pushing the vacuum down. Okay, so I've got to make sure I've got enough clearance around these cups with my edging wheel. Now, I put a 4-inch 6mm pencil wheel on here, and I've kind of lined it up. You want to come and just check to see how I've lined it up. And it's pretty good right there. So that's right at -5. It's 5mm down from the 0. So I'm going to mark that wheel with a -5, and that way I know how to position that wheel next time I do a piece of 6mm. So now I'm going to grind it first, and then I'm going to change the wheel, and then I'm going to polish it. So I've got suction. This isn't moving anywhere. Next thing I need to do is turn on my water. And I'm going to make sure I've got my water lined up here. That's good. And now with my suction on, I'm going to turn my grinding wheel to high speed for grinding. And now this is all free. Everything's free when you're doing manual edging. And I'm going to start the table coming toward me. Oh, the other way, there. And then I'm going to turn my water back on. And now I'm going to bring the wheel in gradually. So I just feel it hit. On my first pass. It's important to keep the head square, the glass as it's coming around. how you get a consistent speed to avoid having bumps in the glass on the edge. You always want the glass edge moving past the wheel. You want the wheel square. The other thing is, ensure you've got the wheel centered. You can usually feel it, and it'll feel pretty smooth and even. You can also look at it to make sure it's consistently rounded. Leave the suction on the glass, and I'm just going to change to the polishing wheel. If you had a whole bunch of pieces to do, it might be a good thing to just leave the one wheel on, do all the same thickness pieces, and then change the wheel, and then polish them all. If you're just doing one, you have to change the wheel. Okay, so to change the wheel, this just slides up onto the shaft, and with the washer and the bolt, you just hold the spindle, and you can just hold the bolt in while you turn the spindle. Once it catches, then you can go until you get it snug, and then what you do is you use a here it is. You use your screwdriver, and there's a little hole here, and then you grab the bottom and you just tighten it. And you just got to make it snug. You don't have to kill it. Just make sure it's snug. That's it. Okay, so I have this wheel marked with a -4 on it. So I've set it to -4 up here using this hand wheel. Now I'm going to double check it just to make sure it's centered and it looks good. Okay, so to do the polishing now, I've got my wheel lined up, and I'm going to make sure my water's on, and I'm going to put it on high speed again for polishing. You only use low speed for beveling, and so I've got to make sure that I'm getting a good spray in the center of the wheel. And now I'm going to turn the table on, and I'm going to just pull this in. I'm going to make note of where I started in the middle, and I'm going to go around twice. Apply some pressure, and you'll hear it polishing. Again, try to keep this handle square to the edge of the glass. Apply some pressure by pushing in. So you'll have to rotate the head slightly to keep it square. But let the glass come to you. So that's once around. Good enough in some cases, but I'm going to do twice around just to make sure I get a nice polish. And this is the second time around coming up soon. I'm just going to ease off the glass to get a smooth transition right about here. I'm going to just shut my water off, turn my table off, and my spindle. Normally I'll take the suction with a little squeegee to get most of the water off the glass right now, and then I will release my glass. And then check my edge. Well, I usually check the edge while it's on there, but that's a pretty good edge right now. So anyhow, that's how you do a custom shape. That's what the edge looks like dry.